Welcome one and all to this 13th episode of D Another D with me, Mike.
And me, Lilith.
And this is the third episode we do today. That's because we are rushing to get the game done for Lilith's grandparents for Christmas. It's the 23rd of December evening, so that leaves us very little time. This should be the last episode. We'll see if we can make it happen. So, let's see what we've done recently. We have added language support for the language that the grandparents speak. Okay. And family edition, it's there, so we can go to play. Then we have the various puzzles. Clearly we still need to put family photos in here. And then we're going to need pages. We need to make this work. The exit button does work. The credits button does... Oh. Oh. We haven't done this page yet. So we should do this first. Probably this isn't done. No, this one should be done, yes. So we haven't done this. This one we need to do. And it will definitely be on next bit. And then we've done this. The titles are correct. This is correct. This is correct. Everything is correct. You can check out the solution. That's correct too. You can quit. That's correct as well. You can go to another one and it works again. If you go too large, it takes slightly longer to load, but it's still fully acceptable. And it should be just fine. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's sort out the credits real quick, because we clearly haven't done that. We know that the puzzle solved screen works correctly. Alright, so it'll be in the game manager when you change the game state and go to the credits. There you go. TM set page credits. Okay, this should be easy enough. So start typing string table manager, str. Alright, string table manager dot s for script dot r for request string. There we go. Open around, hit tab right away. Dot. And it's going to be something like credits. Title, game credits, main menu, button credits, title, game credits. Should be this one, I think. Save. And then we need this one, right? And this one is going to be very similar, so let's copy this entire thing. Copy, paste it here. And, oh dear, well, I don't know, so let's go check. Oh, I see. I see what title game credits is, and it's wrong. Yeah. We need a different screen. So, excuse me. Credits. Title. Credits. Description. Let's go with desk just to be consistent. So the credits title would be credits and riconoscimenti, and then credits description would be this game was made by Lilith and Daddy /n, and Zoe helped us with it too. Alright. Questo gioco è stato creato da... Thanks, Zed. Merry Christmas to you. Stato creato da Lilith. What is it right here? Okay. /n. Zoe ci ha aiutato un pochino. Yeah, let's leave it like that. That's okay. Different punctuation. It's fine. Alright, so now we have credits title and credits desk. So we can go here and put credits title and credits desk. There we go. So that should work. Let's quickly go test. It's always good to test. You get that error when you have Excel open directly from the thing. Credits. Okay, it still says credits. Did I not save the code? Oh, I did, but it's in English. What a potato. Yeah, maybe we should save what language we're in. Riconoscimento. Lilith e papà. E Zoe ci ha aiutato un pochino. See, one problem is the way it's line breaking. I don't like it. So let's see if we can improve that a bit. Text description. So it's a bit large. Let's bring it down to 32. Yes. I think that's all right. So we're just gonna change the size of the text, maybe 40. Test it again. Italian, play, there. Il gioco è stato creato da Lilith e papà. E Zoe ci ha aiutato un pochino. There you go. That's pretty good. Okay?
Okay.
So that's done. Now, we need to do the helping thing. Okay, so that's not going to be that simple. Then again, what is? So where it says there, vedi soluzione, which means show view pick, right? We're going to duplicate it, put it right underneath, right? And this one will be something like show errors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bg text, and we need a new button type, so it will be a game manager. It's an enum, and here you can say, let's do it after gameplay. The problem is the order of these is actually important. Show errors. Okay, so we got a new button. Now when the button is created, we need to do a case gameplay show errors break, and the text is gonna be gameplay show errors. Problem is it doesn't exist yet. So we're going to put it here, show errors, and we're going to say show errors and then errori. Now I'm wondering about something. You said that you shouldn't be able to use this all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we give a timeout? How about a 1 minute timer? Maybe 30 seconds? 30 seconds?
Sure. 30 seconds.
Okay. So the way we'll do it is we're gonna have to deactivate it and then change it to text available in, and then something that drops down. Yeah, and maybe we should start with that as well. So we're gonna need something like gameplay error cooldown. And also it's not gameplay show errors, but gameplay button show errors. And button error cooldown. Available in ... /n, and there will be time, right? Disponibile tra and yeah, so we'll put the time right there, and that's good. Let's export, let's copy show errors, and it'll be like this. Now we need to be careful with this. It's going to be a bit different. The game manager is going to control it. So we should have access to that button. So it will be a button like this, and it will be show errors. Now let's go to toggle solved. There it is. So show errors. Oh, whoops. Show errors. Dot setup button. And this is when you set up the gameplay UI. So this is when you start. And we're gonna say activate button false. Okay, so we're gonna start inactive. And then we need a coroutine that will manage that. Okay, so here it will be something like public float show error wait cooldown time, which is going to be equal to 30 seconds. Okay, and then private coroutine for show errors. Okay, now we're gonna need a start show errors, blah blah blah, cooldown, that sort of stuff. So this one will be here. Void start show errors cooldown. Void stop show errors cooldown. And then enumerator show errors cooldown. This is the usual setup I have for coroutines, right? Where here I will check if the coroutine is running. So I'm checking that it's not null. Then I'm gonna stop the coroutine, and then I'm gonna say it's null. And here I'm gonna say coroutine equals start coroutine show errors cooldown, and stop it first. Okay. And here what we're gonna do is float passing time equals wait. Oh dear, what did we call it? Wait, no, cooldown. There, show cooldown time. So we start at 30 seconds. Then we're gonna check as long as passing time is higher than 0. Right? We're gonna say that the passing time is going to decrease by time.fixed delta time. And yield return new wait for fixed update. So we're gonna wait for one fixed delta time, and then we're gonna continue. And now what we need to do here is we need to update that button. Now that means we need to have access to the text of that button. So we're gonna do this tm, whoops, right here, tm button show errors text. We need this one. And we're gonna say set text. And now we're going to need string table manager script replace variables open string table manager script cooldown request string ID cooldown, this one, and it's got one variable which I think is called time. Is it called time? Do you remember?
No.
Yes. See? Square bracket time. New string 1, and this one is going to need the time. Now if I recall correctly, we have a thing that allows us to format the time. Now I don't remember where that is. Aha, get formatted time. Comfortable enough. So get formatted time, now we need a certain time, and that time is going to be passing time. And now we can close a round bracket, close another round bracket, hit semicolon. Okay, so now we are basically saying that it's going to be available in ... /n, so one line down, and then the time, right? And that time is going to be whatever it says here. Once we are done with this wait, we are going to set up that button again, and we're going to activate it. So when we set up the UI, There it is. And we're gonna grab this one. So we're gonna set up the button again. And we're gonna activate true. Let's actually put it here. Activate false. I'll leave it on true here. And when you start the level, you update the UI, blah blah blah. Who's calling setup gameplay UI? Okay, when you go to gameplay. And the first thing we're gonna do here is start cooldown. There we go. So we start the show errors cooldown when we... Does that make sense? I don't really like this. I prefer it to be here. So we start the level with a cooldown. Okay. Then every time we're going to press that button, case custom button gameplay show errors, right? We are going to request the SFX of the click, and we are going to request the SFX for solving the issue, which clearly is going to be here. There it is. View solved. Well, maybe we should have new sounds for this. I don't know. Yeah, let's go find new sounds, okay? For the errors. So let's see, game development, projects, common audio. This is the sound bank we used. These were the basic ones, but then we went somewhere else and looked for some of these. Let's see. We can't hear much. Okay, we can hear a bit. Okay, this sounds pretty good already to show the errors, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go back to our project. SFX. Hybrid power up. Audio manager. Let's lock it here. Let's add 2 more sounds. Show errors. And the clip is going to be hybrid power up. Now there should be one for there are no errors. So this one will be for there are no errors. Show errors none. Crystal chime. And that's it. There should be maybe one also for when the show error button is functional again. Something very, very subtle. Let's grab something short. There, this small chirp. We're not taking much time to do this. So let's add one more and show errors ready. The clip is, where was the chirp again? Bummer, I forgot. High tech interface chirp. There. Okay, so we got show errors present. Let's call it this way. So show error present, show errors none, and then show errors ready. Show errors present, show errors none, show errors ready. All right. So we're going to remove it from here, and we're going to have to call something in the game manager for that. show errors cooldown. When we finish the cooldown here, it's going to be show errors ready, right? Because you can now actually press that button. So that's good. Now we are going to need a public void check for tile errors. Okay?
Okay.
Huh, I just realized something. That we need to wait for the first click before we do this. So we're going to say while first click. So not first click? I don't remember. If first click and not solved. Yes, okay. So while not first clicked, yield return null. So we just wait. As long as we haven't clicked once yet. We're just not going to do anything, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so check for tile errors. Check for tile errors. That's fine. So now what we need to do is we need to set up the tiles a little bit different. Actually, by the way, we didn't call them tiles, we called them cell. Cell. So, how are we gonna know if a cell is placed in the wrong place? Nah, never mind, it's like I'm talking to a wall. Why is a cube here? Hey? Why are you here? Oh, never mind. Whatever happened, I don't know. So, here's a cell. We got a selection. We are going to add a thing to this cell. We're going to create a image called error. And we are going to resize it to fit everything. And we're going to change its sprite to this original highlight that we had. Let's color it red. So this is not going to be clear enough. We need a better highlight of some sort. So let's go ahead and open it in GIMP. 256 by 256. Yes. So I'm going to duplicate this. Filters, blur, Gaussian blur. 10. 20. File, overwrite. Okay, that's certainly better. Okay, so this will indicate the error. Now all we gotta do is show it and hide it. So each cell should probably have a coroutine that shows the error and then hides it. Void show error. Probably start show error. Public void. Public void stop, not public, I'm sorry. Void stop show error. And IEnumerator show error. We're gonna check, Lilith, if the position that cell is currently in is the same one as the correct position. That's how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
You should have known this. We did it together, the correct positions and the wrong positions. Like the current position. Look at it. Correct box position, current box position. We wrote this code together. Core error. Let's just call it that way. We are going to have a curve animation. Are we gonna have a curve? Yeah, two of them even. Curves, error. And then we're also going to have a public float. Error durations, and another public color, error colors. I'm gonna give it new values, new color 2, and these colors are gonna be when the error is invisible, it's gonna be new color, and it's gonna be full red, no green, no blue, no red, no alpha. New color, full red, no green, no blue, full alpha. For the durations, new, and it's going to go on and then stay on and then move on to the next one. So it's going to be new float 2, and this one's going to be something like 5 seconds, and then just 1 second to turn off. This one I cannot do. Alright, so as usual, if coroutine error is not null, stop coroutine core error. Core error equals null. Stop show error. Core error, for fridge's sakes, equals start coroutine show error. I'm wondering whether there should be an on-off or something along that nature. So it would be bool on off and bool insta. If not insta, then start the coroutine, else feed it on off, request bool on off. Okay, so if we're turning it off, well, turning it on or off here, things will have to depend, and we'll worry about that in a moment. Here we're going to say float passing time is 0, and then we're going to have a color s color, and we're also going to have a color e color e color, and e color is going to be colors, error colors, and it's going to be if on off is true, so we want it to be on, then we're going to have this color, otherwise we're going to have this color. And for S color, it's going to be equal to something. The problem is we don't have that image. It's going to be private image, error image. And it's private, therefore we need to find it. So it's going to be just like this one. Error. Did we call it error? Yes. Okay, error get component image, that's good. So error image, and then we'll make decisions. So while passing time is lower than 1f, passing time plus equals time dot fixed delta time divided by durations, error durations. And if it's on off, then we're gonna use the first duration. No, I'm gonna reverse them. 1f, 5f. Yeah. So if on off, we're gonna use duration 1. Otherwise, we're gonna use duration 0. Yield return new wait for fixed update. Okay, now finally we can apply that bloody color. So it's going to be error image dot color equals color dot lerp, and it's going to be s color e color. Darn it. this one. I see why. We still have an error here. So this one's going to be our image.color. eColor and then curves error. Same logic, on off. Evaluate passing time. Alright, now we have this thing that it's gonna go on. Now I need to check something here. When we run out, I'm gonna see if on off, then, and we got this far, then what we need to do is we need to start show error, false, false. So it's going to turn off on its own. And that's it, I think. Now, whenever the cell is set up for the first time, we are going to start show error, false, true. So we're going to turn it off. Now the one thing that we forgot to do is here. So we're going to say error image.color is going to be on off. If it's on off, then it's going to be colors, error colors 1. There, that's how I'll do it. I'll put this on off in here. 1, otherwise 0. Okay, so the correct color of the thing will be done. And that should be it. Now, there is a reason why we have this show error is as soon as a cell is selected in any way, so on pointer down, it goes to Game Manager select cell, and that's fine. So when you select a cell that has been highlighted as an error, we are going to start show error, false, false, every time you select a cell. And that's how we'll do it. Okay, so this should work. I hope. Except we still need to create, check for cell errors. So first of all, we're going to go through all of the cells. Cells.length, cells I.start show error, but that will depend. We need to check if the cell is in fact in the correct position. Now I don't remember if we have something like that, but there should be a test end game. There it is. So if cells I start show error, if say I is different than the current position, start show error, true, false. So we're going to show the error on the cell whose correct position and the current position do not match. Now here we also need a sound. This one is show errors present. Well, we don't actually know if it's present or not. Very important. So, well, wait a moment. There's obviously going to be some errors. Yeah, it's always going to be some errors, because if there are no errors, that means you've completed the thing. So the button should not even be active. In fact, it's something we still need to do in the test end game. Here, we need to button error or show errors, activate button false. That's it. Start solved. Yeah, that's good. And in fact, we should probably go and turn off all the errors. Yeah. Void remove all cell errors for cells.length, cells I.start show error false, false. Remove all cell errors right here. Okay. And that should do Let's see. Except there are a few things we need to assign. So button show errors, and then the text for the button show errors. There it is. Okie doke, let's test. So it's still grayed out. Okay. That's because we haven't started yet. Now it's going to be available in 27 seconds. I don't like how large the text is. But there was also another problem. It said view solved, which was an issue. So let's go to custom button. Oh, we also forgot to connect it. We are live, yeah, what's up? Oh, I'll check in a moment. Check for cell errors, show errors. Okay, so this should work, but there's another problem. Gameplay button show errors. Does this not happen? Oh, do you know what? I think we didn't tell it that which type of button. Yeah, thought so. There, that's better. Okay, test it again. So we'll go in Italian, play. Okay, show errors. It says show errors and it's grayed out. I forgot something actually. I'm annoyed by both of these texts. So, no, this one is already correct. But I want slightly smaller fonts here. This is kind of annoying. There, 30. No, sure, we're in English, whatever. So show errors, view solved. Alright, so let's start. And now it's available in 30 seconds. Right, so let's kind of solve the thing here. Mostly, right? Then we're going to leave a couple of errors on purpose. Let's wait for this to be done in 30 seconds. We should hear a sound when it's ready. Okay, so we got an index out of range. Oh, we forgot to assign all of those. Yeah, we're a bit stupid. Okay, cell. We forgot to assign these. The error colors are fine, the error durations are fine, but we forgot the curves. So this one will be go on and stay on very quickly. I should have one curve like this, all right? And then I should have one that just goes off. Just chilling. Maybe even faster here. There. All right. Test again. Let's quickly change the wait time to 15 seconds, just so we're faster, or 5, right? So we can test it very quickly. Oh, see, they're all. Ah, okay, so that's interesting. It's working backwards, but it is kind of working, right?
But isn't this one correct?
Yeah, that one's correct.
Then why was it red over it?
It's not. Also, this is working backwards, so it's highlighting really slowly. Yeah, that's because I've reversed the curves, because I'm a potato. So this is the curve we need to use, is the super fast and stays on. This one here, and this one is going to be this. Okay, and we forgot that once we show the error, we need to turn off the button. So when we check for errors, we're gonna start show errors cooldown. There we go. We need to check that all of this is working as it should. So this one's correct, right? So when you see, now it shows you all the errors, and then they'll eventually go away. But if you click one, it'll go away right away. Do you see that? Right? You can show error. Now I don't really like this highlight. I don't think it's clear enough how it looks. So how about we put some kind of like cross in the middle instead? I don't know if that will work better. Maybe. Let's delete this as well. And let's do something like view snap to canvas edges. Don't worry that it's black, I'll fix it. Colors invert. One thing I don't really like is how stark this is. So, got an idea. View show grid. Oh dear. View show grid. View snap to grid image configure grid. And the grid is going to be 128, which is in the middle. And now we can create a circle like this, and we can do selection invert, and then we can delete them, and now it looks like this. So highlight, okay, so I can see what's going on. We've got it 9 sliced, so that won't work. We need to go fix that. So sprites UI highlight, okay, and sprite editor, just remove the 9 slice all together. Apply, and in the error box we need to tell it simple. Okay, let's test it again. What do you think?
I think it's good.
I think we need to make them go away faster. So for the going away, I'll put very quick, 25. See how quickly it went away when I clicked it? Yeah, this is not too bad.
But would your score go down counting on how many times you used this thing?
That's not necessarily what we've done, no. There's no score, right? You only have the amount of moves. Okay, now let's try a large one just to see how the errors look like. Oh boy, we did this one earlier today and it was proper interesting. All of them are wrong. But at least you can clearly tell that they are wrong, right? So it's not too bad. I think this is a bit too thick. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete all of this. We're going to grab the brush, but make it as tight as possible. Bring it down to 10. Drag it. Drag it to the other side. and then use the same circle technique we've used before. Select, invert, delete, colors, invert, export. There. So it's a bit of a subtler X, but it's there. Okay. Now let's go to medium.
Medium seems a little bit easier.
Well, it is. So this should be there. Now if you show errors. Now let me reverse that just to see how the errors look like on... Ah, it's still visible. Yeah, maybe we should give it this colors, invert, filters, blur, Gaussian blur by 5. Now it has an outline. There. Now it's definitely visible even on a red picture. See? Just like that. So you can move that there. Move that there. Yep. Okay, so it's working. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Anything else? Right, the pages. We need to do the pages.
Then we're gonna have to put the thing back to 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, let's do it right now. Otherwise, we'll forget. So there's the 30 seconds. Now, the pages will have to depend on how many levels there are. That's the issue. And we do have level info, and we currently have 6. Right? So if we have 12, for example, and stars to unlock is always 0 or whatever, let's change stars to unlock to 6. They're all Elise's now, but that's okay. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Alright, so now we have all of these levels. Let's see what happens actually. Maybe we're already going to get an error. No errors. So it stops at 6. How does it know? I don't know. But let's emulate what it is that we want to do. So when we're in this menu, when you press on a page, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the middle, okay? And we are going to move the middle. Oh, can we? We can't. Well, we should be able to move these. Can we? We can't. Dang. All right, we're going to need a container. We're going to need a container here. So let's begin with that. Hide gameplay, show menu. So middle, create empty. Call this one container. Fit it fully. And the middle here has a grid layout, right? So we're going to copy this component and paste it as new here. And then we're going to grab these and put them into the container. Then we're going to tell middle, you do not have the grid layout group. Alright. So now if you hide this, there, it's working perfectly. Now, the difference is we can move the container. There. We can move it like this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, here's what we're going to do. If you go to the next page, we're going to make this scroll left, teleport to the right, fix the correct pictures and levels and information, and then drag it back in, like this. Okay?
Yep.
To do that, what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 points in space. And they're going to be here in the middle. We're going to create an empty, which we're going to call anchor left. And then we're going to have an anchor right. So the anchor right will go over here, approximately. So let's do 1920. That's the correct amount. And this one will be negative 1920. Like that. Okay?
Okay.
So we are going to need access to those. We're going to need access to the container. So the game manager inside the menu here will have public transform level container, public transform level anchor left, public transform level anchor right. So we got these transforms, and we're gonna need a coroutine to move them. So we're gonna need curve. Yes. So let's see. And a duration float level slide duration equals, let's say, half a second. We want this to be quick, right? Animation curve level slide. Actually, let's change this one to page change duration. Change duration, page change, and then we're gonna need a private coroutine core page change. Okay?
Okay.
Void, no, public void. Change page. To change the page, we're gonna have an int specific equals -1, or int direction equals 0, because we could go to a specific page if we want to, which we will do when we launch the game, right? And we could also go in a certain direction, because we have two arrows, right? One goes forward, one goes backwards. We need to be able to use both. Okay, so change page, int specific, -1, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, void start change page, void stop change page, and we should probably also need an insta, bool insta, and we should definitely have a direction. Yeah, so it will be int direction and bool insta, and then enumerator change page routine int direction. Okay, so if the coroutine page change is not null, stop coroutine change page is null, equals start coroutine, this coroutine, and fitted direction. Okay, so that's good, and we stop the change page. And what else do we need to do? We need to check if it's not insta, because if it's insta, then we're gonna have to do something completely different. All right, change page. So if change page, if specific is higher than -1, that means we want a specific. If we don't want a specific, if direction is higher than 0, then we want to go right. Else, if direction, actually, let's simply say, yeah, we're simply going to say if direction is different than 0, then it means we can launch the coroutine. False. Like that. And here it's going to be start change page. with no direction. It's gonna be, well, I suppose yeah, direction, whatever. Yeah, just give it 0. But we also need a certain page. So there's gonna be a private int current page. Alright, so current page equals specific. Yeah, and the rest we're gonna leave alone. Alright, so now the important thing is that we call change page whenever we reach the game menu. It's going to be change page specific is current page. So we always start at 0 because by default current page is going to be 0. So we start on the first page, and then when you finish level and exit that level, you're going to be in the page that you just were in before. So that makes perfect sense. Alright, now we need to deal with this thing. We're going to need a passing time, just as usual, which starts at 0. I guess I'm going to separate this actually this time. What else do I need? I need a certain target transform. So vector3 target spos equals container dot transform dot well, it's a transform dot position, and vector3 epos equals that will depend on the direction. So direction is lower than 0 or higher than 0, then we are going up. If we're going up, we need to move left first. So it's going to be left dot position. Otherwise it's going to be right dot position. Because the first thing we do is we move out of shot, right? Okay. Now, while passing time is lower than 1f, or I was going to say passing time equals 0. Passing time plus equals time dot fixed delta time divided by duration, and it's the page change duration. Yield return new wait for fixed update. We wait for a fixed update. Now we can finally move it. So level container dot position equals vector3 dot lerp, and we're gonna move from the start position to the end position using the curve of page change dot evaluate passing time. Once we're done with the first movement, we now need to teleport the thing in the other place. So we're gonna say passing time is 0. We're going to reassign spos. We're gonna reassign epos. So, important thing. We need the e position to be the original level. Dang it. We need to store it. Or simply have a new anchor. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Create empty anchors. And we're gonna have left and right here, and then anchor middle. And the middle one will be at 0. There we go. That's much better. Let me fit the anchors like this. Actually, no. Yeah, that's fine. Let's hope this is gonna work. We may have to move it all the way out. Actually, you know what? We are going to move it all the way out. Yes, this is gonna be way better. Way safer. Left, middle, exactly. Okie doke. We're gonna need a level anchor middle as well. Level anchor middle. All right. So the starting position is going to be level anchor middle position. Then the ending position, no, never mind. The ending position is going to be this one. And the starting position is going to depend on the direction. So if the direction is going, again, to the right, we are moving to the left first, then we need to teleport to the right. So right and then left. Middle dot position. Okay, that's good. Now, one thing that we need to do is we need to teleport our lever container to the S position first. And then we can animate it and move it back. So same thing, S pause, E pause, that's all correct, that's all fine. And then it'll reach the middle, and that's it. So while we're moving a page, we need to make it so that it's impossible to press any of those two buttons. So we're going to create a public bool, moving page, changing page, like that. And whenever we start changing a page with the animation, we're going to say changing page equals true. And when we reach the end, changing page equals false. Actually, I'm going to put changing page equals false here, and I'm going to stop a change page right here. There we go. Anything else that needs to be done? Yes. When we have put this in the correct position, now we need to actually set up all of the level things. So let's see here in the menu. TM menu page select test. Yeah, okay, this one will have to change. And okay, next and previous activate button to false. Let me actually, oh boy, this is a chaos, just chaos. Okay, there we go. So we are going to say false here. True. Okay, so we're going to activate them or deactivate them. I like that, that's good. What was I gonna do? So you press the button, changing page becomes true. Custom button, I haven't used them yet. Aha, there they are. Next, or previous, or whatever. Press button. I don't think we've used them yet. That's right. So case custom button menu. Gosh darn it. Next, menu next, break. And custom button menu previous, break. So we're going to click it, transition screen, that sounds good to me. And we're going to say game manager script, change page. Direction is +1 and the direction is -1. But all of this is only doable if we're not moving, except because we have deactivated the button, then it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, should be okay. We should be fine. Alright, back to the game manager. So, change page, stop change page, that's fine. We'll reactivate the button. I'm going to have to assign the new text for which page we're on, which has been done here, and we need to move that. So we're going to move this over here. There. And it's going to be number, it's going to be current page to string, and then is the maximum amount of pages. So the number of pages must be calculated in advance. Private int max page number, and we're gonna do it here at the beginning. When we start, we're gonna say max page number equals, and this is gonna be level info dot level info lowercase dot length divided by 6, because that's how many we have per page. Now this is an integer division, so what will happen if there's a remainder? So suppose you have 36 divided by 6, you get a 6. That's easy enough. What if you have 31 divided by 6? It'll fit 5 times. So we need to check if that's higher. One other option would be to do a float division. Well, let me think for a moment. So how about 35? Let's see. Check this out. So 35 divided by 6, 5.8. So we want 6 pages. Yeah, that would be correct. All right, so let's turn this to a float or a fallout. Float 6f, mathf, ceil to int. This means rounding up. There's no way you know what all of this means at the age of 7. That's okay. So the maximum page number has been calculated. Now we know the maximum page number. String. Okay, so there we go. Now, there's a few important things. We need to tell it the current page. We haven't yet calculated it, right? And we have to, depending on direction. So here we're going to say current page equals, or rather plus equals direction. Now we need to check if current page is higher or equal to max page number. Right, so if we have, like we did before in the calculator, right? If we have 35 levels and we divide it by 6, we're gonna get 6, okay? Now, oh, darn it. So we're gonna get 6. Now, the problem is pages go from 0 to 5, not to 6, so I am correct. If it's higher or equal to max page number, then current page is gonna be equal to 0. Else, we need to check if current page is lower than 0. Then current page is going to be equal to max page number minus 1. So we go to the last page. Basically, we can wrap, right? So if you're on page 1 and you press left, you're going to go to page 5. If you're on page 5 and you press right, you're going to go to page 1, or page 0, rather. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I just remembered current page is going to be wrong. We need to say current page plus 1, because it's human language, right? Okay, so that's going to be correct. That's going to be correct. Now, the last thing that we need to figure out is how we are actually setting up that UI, because I don't remember how it's done in the menu. So when we get to the menu, button credits, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, don't care. Change page specific. Aha! For int I, setup level buttons, level button, setup level button I. I is incorrect. That's going to be the issue. And it needs to happen here. So, for all of the level buttons, level button I is not going to be level button I. It's going to be the current page times max objects per page, which is 6, plus and I. That's it. And that should be correct then. Now, all of these pieces of information need to actually be in the change page insta. So when it's specific, or change page 0 instantaneous, that's the one. So here. So set text, page number, level buttons, there you go. And then we need to tell it that the level container position is going to be equals to middle position. And that should work okay. So let's now test real quick. Well, let's now set it all up. So we've got a bunch of levels here. We got 12, right? And there they are. So curve for the page change, it's gonna be this curve. Now, level container is the container. Anchor left, anchor middle, anchor right. Okay, let's give this a test. Oof, this went badly. So this is working fairly well. 0.5 is too slow. Better, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I really dislike what happens at the beginning. So you can see here there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure I understand what the problem is. Like, I don't get why it's correct usually. Like, why it's correct now. Let me change this real quick. Okay, so why is it correct? Also, what if we use a different curve? Would this be better? Give me a second here. Yeah, it's better. I don't understand. So the problem will be every time we get here, so if we go to credit and back, it's correct now. So it's the problem is the launch, isn't it? Uh-oh, saves are wrong. Maybe they got reset. So if you select S and you close, then it's fine. So is it just on launch?
Did we set the canvas right?
Yeah, no, the problem is just the launch, you know? Yeah, it's just when you're launching for the first time, it's incorrect. So let's pause it right away. Let's quickly check the menu here. Yeah. So it's working correctly. And now it's worked. Ah, fudge. How do we fix this? Let's try this. This may or may not work. If it does, I'll be happy. It worked. It's cheating, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so it's all working. Perfect. So, we've done effectively everything we needed. Now, all we gotta do that's left is actually select the pictures. And then we're done. Okay?
Okay.
And we need to write the descriptions and the level titles. Okay, so you'll help me with this.
Okay.
Let's go to, not here, but to here. And Dropbox. Let me see here. I think it's going to be in Zoe. Puzzle photos. There they are. Okay, so we got a bunch of pictures. Let's take a look. That's Zoe. That must be you. I don't know who this is. This is a problem. This is Zoe, I think. I think this was you.
Oh.
Yes. This should be Zoe. That's a much younger me with a little Zoe. Look at her. That's mommy with Zoe and with you as a baby down there.
I see.
I think at least, unless that in the middle is you. That's possible too, I don't know. Oh, that's the grandparents with Zoe. That's definitely not you. That doesn't look like you. That's gotta be your sister. That's your sister. That's me with much longer hair. With your sister. No, that's you and that's your sister. Yeah. Yeah, that's the two of you. That's the two of you. That's Zoe, I think. It's a very young Zoe. Oh, look at that. Who's this? Who dis?
Me?
Yeah. That's me and the car, and there's Andrew in the back. It's Andrew, that's the entire fam. Happy Hanukkah, Rob. That's Zoe. That's you. That's mommy with you guys. That's you. Look at that face. That's me with a much bigger beard. Zoe was already wearing glasses. Zoe doing some bakery. Look at Zoe's face. Alright. So what happened to my hair? This must have been in the middle. Yeah, Andrew's here, so this must have been in the middle of trusteeship work. Hey, there's Mel. It's you at the airport. Cool. So we got a bunch of photos. Now we're gonna need mommy's help for some of these, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me go get mommy for a second. You entertain the audience. I'll be back.
Okay. Daddy going to get mommy. Don't know what to say. Oh wait, my.
I caught Mommy while she was changing Mel, so so we gotta do without for a second. So these have dates, so that's good at least. Some of them have dates, so we could use this one. That's Zoe, me, and Daddy in the back, something like that. All right. So now a few things we need to do is we need to check the pictures here and modify them. Well, these pictures, because they are weird aspect ratios. We need to have them with the correct aspect ratio. Okay?
Okay.
So, sprites, pictures, family. Let's open Elise here. Now, we're going to drag this picture in here. So the problem with this picture is it's too big. So we're gonna pasta. Then we're gonna say view, snap to canvas edges. Hello.
Yes.
So we have the dates on this picture at least, so that's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what we need to do is we need to fix the aspect ratio.
Oh, wow. I can help with that.
No, I could take care of that myself, but there.
She hasn't. Lilith hasn't changed a bit.
And we can export this and we can say 0 for now. So now I'm exporting the picture.
So
Rob is saying hello, Mrs. Mike.
Hi. You said happy Hanukkah already, yeah?
I said it to him before.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a very polite guy. Okay, so for picture 0, we need to give this picture a title. What do we do? Oh boy, between the two of you, this is going to take
Are you talking to me or to her?
Anybody, poll. We don't have that much time.
Oh, okay.
Title for the picture. This is the picture.
Okay.
Me and my sister looking clever.
Okay, yeah, go ahead with
passed. Okay. Two sisters looking sharp. There. Due sorelle molto sveglie. Alright, there we go. So that's the title. Description. So the picture was taken in 2017, apparently January.
What? 2017?
2007, of course, I meant. Wait, that's not possible. Was it possible?
No.
No, that's not possible. That's rubbish.
It was 2012.
2012?
Well, yeah.
Well, the date is entirely bonkers because the
camera was...
The camera probably had like... Yeah, it's all wrong. Okay, never mind. So you said 2012. Do you remember the month?
Well, it looks like probably June. July. Yeah, I'd say July.
July 2012. And what else? Excel, stop being clever. So, what should I...
But so I'm here for all of the photos and I need to put her to sleep.
Yes, well, welcome to Crunch.
Okay.
So, what do we
What?
put? A description. There's a quirky description in the picture. No, Rob, we can't do it. I've checked the properties, and the date taken in the properties is unequivocally wrong. So that's because the camera's batteries, I guess, had died, and so it reset the date to whatever date of manufacture. So, yeah, it happens. It's old photo thing. So yes, what does this mean to you, Mommy?
Well, we were in Montreal here.
Okay.
So,
here we're in Montreal. Doing what?
Hanging out with Daddy.
Hanging out with Daddy's belly.
I think we had just folded some clothes. There you go.
After having folded some
why would
clothes.
they care?
They're gonna love this.
Oh, okay.
And you know it. July 2012. Absolutely. The more details you give them.
Yeah, this was very different.
Montreal. Davanti alla pancia di papà. Dopo aver
fatto il bucato.
Fatto il bucato. Luglio 2012. Alright, so that's one done. And now all we gotta do is we gotta go to... Wait, I need to check the properties of this picture actually. 100, okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, but it needs to be read-write enabled. That's pretty important. Apply. Okay, sounds good. And now we can go to our photos. Photos!
Oh, I know.
And there goes. 0. Okay, good. Now let me duplicate this a bunch of times.
Okay.
Alright. To the vote, Lilith, which one do you think should be the second one?
We can do the one with Zoe next.
This one?
Sure.
Okay.
Zoe eating.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed a suspicious amount of photos with just Zoe in, but I mean, that could be a conspiracy theory.
We didn't take it on purpose, just they were basically the only ones we could find.
Really?
So we grabbed all the ones that we could find.
Well, the one doing most of the screening was Zoe, but yeah.
Okay.
Because that one doesn't seem particularly...
Yeah, this doesn't seem to be a particularly interesting photo, but whatever. Off we go. 1. Okay. Description. This one would be Zoe eating.
Yeah, in front of the computer.
Yeah, Zoe eating in front of the computer.
Eating. This needs to be a title, so it needs to be snappy. Rob is voting for the Lancia. Next one's going to be the Lancia. How's that? Zoe eating during screen time.
I think we should do the Lancia one with you in the face next.
Mangia. How do you call screen time in Italian?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking that's not a good idea.
Davanti
allo schermo.
Where were we?
Montreal.
Montreal. What?
Where were we?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
And Zoe's doing what she does best. Eating. Lots. July, June, May, September. I'll get it right eventually. February.
That picture,
yes.
when was it taken?
Tuesday.
It was
4 hours ago.
probably May 2012.
2012. I knew it. Montreal.
Maybe. I'm not really sure.
Montreal. Zoe.
Well, why are they watching you do this?
Good question. Yeah, technically speaking, I don't think this is particularly important for anybody watching. I'll probably just continue on my own. The game is effectively complete and we'll post it for anyone to download, including source code, so you guys can work on it yourselves or whatever. So this will conclude the entire series of D and Other D. And we will see you guys some other time because the game is complete. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!
Bye.
And happy Christmas, whatever it's called, to everyone. Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.